This last episode was really comforting. I like that. So at the beginning of the episode, we have Da-jung. She's looking kind of down because she's going to San Francisco. It's not that she wanted to go, it's because how long she'll be staying in San Francisco, not seeing Yeong-do for a while. At first, in my mind, I'm thinking she's going to be gone for at least a year. Max, maybe 5 years, right? Later on, it come to find out, it's only 5 days. So I'm like, girl, you're not gonna... you'll survive. But anyway, so Da-jung is narrating. She's talking about goodbyes. Not all goodbyes are sad. She talks about how if you're a new couple and you're not going to see each other again, yes, it's going to feel like a heartbreaking goodbye. And she compares that to a cup of noodles, where if you're starving, you've been waiting 3 minutes for the noodles to be done. And then out of nowhere, you spill the noodles. Yes, it's going to be heartbreaking. I've done that before. And then the next scene, we do see Hana seeing Eun Ah with Taejong. And in my opinion, I was like, ooh, that's heartbreaking. But also, they really never gave it closure, in my opinion. So that's something that was definitely left out. And then we see Jinbok and the others. They're visiting Jeong Beom's grave. What Jinbok said, it teared me up. It really did. He said, hey, I want you to appear in my dreams. I know you haven't because you don't want me to feel bad, so don't do that. So basically, he's inviting him to appear in his dreams. He also says, you can nag at me all you want for getting the culprit late. Let's grab a drink and I miss you. Everything that he said, man, I teared up. And then after that, we see Da-jung finding out that Eun Ah is dating her brother. And what was funny was that after she found out and after she was like, a little bit freaking out a bit, we get a little bit of a session. Because we see Yeong-do in the middle, we see Da-jung if you're watching the show, we see her to your left. And then we see Taejong and Eun Ah to the right. And basically Da-jung was like, tell me when, how, wait, no, I don't want to hear it. Tell me, no, I don't want to hear it. Like she's going back and forth to wanting to hear it and to not. So according to Eun Ah, she said that she was feeling down because of Juno. And she went to go see Yeong-do, but talking to him didn't help. So she went to the bar and talked to Taejong. And from there, everything else was history. And what was also funny was that both couples ended up dating at the same time, which I thought was pretty funny. Then fast forward, we see Yeong-do on a radio show. He's talking to the host. And I love how he's talking about saving someone's life, especially if that person is suicidal. He was like, you can save someone's life by just saying, I will listen to you. I am willing to have a conversation with you. And at the same time, as he's narrating, we see this drunk guy in a navy blue suit. He's buying soju, 2 bottles. And then when he reached to the bridge, it looks like he was about to jump over, but then there was a couple there that were willing to help. So yeah, there are so many things that you can do to save someone's life, especially if they're suicidal. You can talk to them, you can seek help with a psychiatrist. And what I love about this scene is that you don't just have one choice. Even if your first choice was to see a psychiatrist and talking to them didn't help, you still have other choices. There are people out there who are willing to give really great advice. There are people out there who are willing to do actions that will save that person's life. So I really did enjoy that scene. And then after that, we see Ian talking to a psychiatrist. He's feeling guilty. He's feeling discomfort. He even asked the psychiatrist what's the difference between that. To be honest, I wouldn't even know the difference. Guilt does give discomfort, to be honest, but to really go in depth, I'm not the right guy to talk to about that. But then after that, he was hallucinating a bit, with the usual seeing blood dripping under the door. And then out of nowhere, he kind of just clicked back and then he didn't see the blood under the door anymore. And then we see him close his eyes and pretty much sleeping. But then when the camera zoomed out, I see a pill capsule and a drink on the table. And not gonna lie, in my mind, I was thinking the worst because, I mean, you have Yeong-do talking about saving someone's life, you know, and then just changing the scene a bit and having Ian, you know, become, you know, I thought, whoa, that's like going the opposite way. But I'm assuming here he's just sleeping. Hopefully, I'm hoping. And then towards the end of the episode, it just ends off with Yeong-do and Da-jong on the same rooftop spot. They kissed and they ended the episode with a handshake, which I thought it was a good throwback to when they first met. So my impression on the episode, there were a couple of times where it did feel a little bit kind of draggy. You know, they just added extra stuff in there. There were some comedy scenes, but the majority of the episode, I did appreciate that they talked about people in situations mentally, you know, with Hanu trying to find closure with the fact that Eun Ah is dating another guy. And to be honest, I don't think there was closure into that. Ian and his situation of feeling guilty and discomfort. So for this last episode to really talk about people going through something mentally and giving people options that there isn't just one choice. There are many choices and there are people willing to help you. I thought this was a pretty good finale. So my impression on the drama, to be honest, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I thought it was eh. When I saw the trailer, it did give suspense and thriller vibes. It did give that in the drama, just not a lot. Well, just not the majority, just for Ian's story. And reading the description of the drama, it said that Yeong-do and Da-jong got involved in a murder case that did happen, but as the drama went on, it kind of just faded out. It kind of just went from one story involving everyone to being two separate stories. Da-jong and Yeong-do's relationship and Ian's story. But I guess in a way they wanted to show us, I guess, the mental situation that everyone can be in. It doesn't matter if it's in Ian's case or if you're in a relationship. If that was their intention, then yeah, I can understand it. But at the end, I thought the drama was eh. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of my review and the final episode of You Are My Spring. I just want to say thank you to everyone who have been enjoying my reviews. I know I've jumped back on and off and then on again, but I mean, it's the same thing I did with The Devil Judge. It is what it is. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya!